Hey guys, and welcome to a review, or not much sort of a review, more of a breakdown of Ricegum'S response to iDubbbz's content cop. Now, if you don't know what has been happening on YouTube in the past couple of days, I'll speed you up real quick. Basically, iDubbbz made a content cop on Asian Jake Paul, aka Ricegum, explaining why he is scum of the earth, why he's bad, why he's selfish, how he flexes on everybody, why he's greedy, and why he is a borderline sex offender. Ricegum responded in a video a couple of days later, rebuking all of this and not really judging all of his topics, and that's what we're going to go to today. First thing I'd like to talk about is the initial response video. Now, in the initial response video, Ricegum decided to not only make a joke video about saying how his first reaction and how YouTube is dead, but he decided to call iDubbbz out, which was a grave mistake in my opinion. You see, this is exactly what iDubbbz wanted. He knew that Ricegum would make a diss track, and he expected him to. Hence why iDubbbz made a diss track on Ricegum in the first place, to show that he's predictable as he is selfish. In the end, Ricegum is going to end up coming out with a diss track. He gave us a sample, so now we are just waiting for the rest of the diss track that we all expected. But Ricegum actually did what no one else thought he would actually do. He actually made a response video to it. It's about 20 minutes long, filled up with ads, and it basically goes over why all of iDubbbz's facts are wrong. He talks about PewDiePie in the sense that Ricegum usually on a couple of videos, whenever his videos don't usually hit 10 minutes, he usually stretches them out with a really long outro. He does this by relating to PewDiePie in the sense that PewDiePie has done this multiple times. The key difference between PewDiePie doing this and Ricegum doing this is that PewDiePie's was a joke. PewDiePie's was a joke making fun of the joke. If you had any context of the video, you would know that previously a girl named Sorsha on YouTube had been doing her videos as well in order to make them 10 minutes. So PewDiePie did this as a joke. He also did this as a joke when the YouTube algorithm finally came out and it showed that your videos had to be 10 minutes long. He's making fun of people like Ricegum does. Like, Ricegum is one of those people that would stretch the video out to 10 minutes, and PewDiePie was making a parody or kind of a meme off of those people. Even so, when PewDiePie did that, he didn't just have his one thing the entire time with the constant noise. He actually tried to make it exciting, played the entire entirety of a song or him singing around. He tried to have some fun with it, not just have it be a boring screen. Because that's kind of fake. Long story short, he tries coming at PewDiePie saying that if I make one mistake in the past, I shouldn't be judged for it. And he goes straight to what I said in my previous recording of this before I noticed that Ricegum came out with a new video. It basically says that PewDiePie isn't a racist just because he said the N-word once on stream. Everybody makes mistakes on stream, and he acknowledges that. Key difference between Ricegum is he's not willing to admit that he did anything wrong. In this video, he talks a lot about how iDubbbz is a little bitch and how iDubbbz doesn't know what he's talking about, how iDubbbz is obsessed with this person. But in reality, Ricegum is the one obsessed with iDubbbz. Over a year ago, iDubbbz made a video on Ricegum made a video on iDubbbz stating that he wanted a content cop made on him, and he finally got what he wanted, a content cop made on him. Not only will this add more exposure to Ricegum's channel, but it will also give him the idea to retaliate and pounce on iDubbbz. He goes to make fun of iDubbbz in the sense that iDubbbz says the N-word and calls people faggots a lot, and how he even goes to show his black friends, or his supposed black friends, who do not like iDubbbz's use of the word. However, I feel like this is unfair considering that iDubbbz's fan base is completely different from Ricegum's fan base, and that showing people a random guy saying the N-word can be looked at bad by anybody. But in context, it's different. See, Ricegum doesn't understand. In the context, Ricegum says this stuff is still bad. But in the context, iDubbbz says this stuff is completely funny and hilarious and comical in a situation. Ricegum still never apologizes for the breaking of the phone incident in the video, and he also goes to make fun of iDubbbz's old content, just like iDubbbz did to his content. But I don't think he got the real point of iDubbbz's video. The real point was not to be an asshole, and yet Ricegum is still acting the exact same way. He hasn't humbled himself at all. He seems to have seen this as a more way for exposure, and he's going to dick ride this as long as possible. He refused to admit that he had a ghostwriter, allegedly. But honestly, I mean, iDubbbz barely has 3 brain cells, so I doubt he has enough IQ points in order to come up with some lyrics. So, in this sense, I still believe that he does have a ghostwriter, but that's just my personal opinion of himself. We also see iDubbbz talk about how, we also see Ricegum talk about how iDubbbz is really much more of a dick rider, and how he only dick rides on all the people. He dick ride off PewDiePie, he dick ride off Ethan Klein, aka H3H3. And honestly, I don't think this is true at all. In fact, I think it's the opposite. I think Ricegum is more of a dick rider than iDubbbz, even if iDubbbz is winning it all. Ricegum basically got popular from dick riding off of other YouTubers, making parody songs, and being an asshole on stream. He says in his video that he was little and young and in high school when he did those streams and he's just trying to be different. But being different doesn't excuse you for being an asshole. He's still an asshole. In the video, he brings up the old girl that he made the rape joke to. Then when he said, did it feel good though? He flaunts her throughout the entire video like some type of whore, making us stay and watch for clickbait reasons. He even goes as far as to make her go on a stripper pole. Well, not make her, ask her to go on a stripper pole and strip for us while he shoots money at her. And he says that he's not flexing. But in his video, he says that he flexes and he does not care. But he says he not likes effects. He also likes to skip over a lot of things that he talks about, like the irrelevant part and how he's a hypocrite himself. He likes to skip over that. He also likes to skip over the fact of him being a hypocrite. He liked, this example is shown when he starts talking about the girl filming him at the YouTuber party and how he does not like to be filmed without consent, but he likes filming other people without consent. And he's like using the excuse that he's young and he didn't know any better. But I honestly think this excuse is bullshit. But he does go and makes one good point, and he shows that iDubbbz recorded and talks shit about him right behind his back, which I do think is a little bit wrong. But at the same time, Ricegum has probably done that to more majority of people than he can count, and he's probably not posting it. iDubbbz knew what he was posting, and he had no remorse or no regret when he posted that video or he found that video. So in conclusion, Ricegum is still a bitch. Honestly, this response was really weak and untimed. He did this in a couple of days, and he had not as nearly as much facts or actually proof as iDubbbz did. Now I understand this took him a couple of days to respond to it, but it's so predictable. That's what Ricegum is. He is predictable, and that is why iDubbbz has won this. Honestly, I think his YouTube channel won't die at this point, but it will start to decrease really rapidly, considering he is an asshole. So many people are making so many videos about it that the channels are blowing up, and Ricegum is actually starting to lose subscribers. He thought that bringing that girl that he made the rape joke in would help his case, but it actually hurt his case, in my opinion. Honestly, I think he should just try to admit to what he's done and move past it and get over it. Not try to make a fucking diss track that's gonna get millions of likes and millions of views. Because honestly, that's not what we want. We want an actual fucking response. We want an apology. We don't want some fucking diss track that you made in a fucking day and you're gonna record and do the exact same thing that iDubbbz and everybody else hate. You bragging about how much money you have and how much women you have sex with all the time. When we all know that's not the case. Sure, you may make a lot of money, but the fact is you probably paid that girl to come to your apartment, show her boobs around, act like a whore, pretend you guys were on a date, just for the view. Honestly, that's kind of sick. When's the last time you actually had a real girlfriend? Exactly. As so far, we have not seen Ricegum hold a stable relationship in a long time, because I bet he's an asshole. In the videos, he likes to explain that he's not acting and that there's no way to tell that he's acting. But that's it, or that he's putting on a show and that that's not how he actually acts. But in reality, I believe that's how he actually acts. If I walked up to him in the street, he would probably have his Gucci belt on with this fucking, it's just irritating. I don't see the point in it, and honestly, iDubbbz is just a bitch. Or not iDubbbz. Ricegum is just a bitch. Honestly, iDubbbz did a perfectly good job. He even made fun of it. He even made the diss track ironically in the sense that he knew that Ricegum would make a diss track, which he is. Now, when Ricegum's diss track comes out, maybe I'll make a video on it, and maybe it will be better than iDubbbz. But honestly, iDubbbz's point has been made. All iDubbbz does is present the facts and let the people make their choices for themselves. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. If you did like the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video. Because, I don't really have a schedule anymore. As always, I'll see you guys next time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!